Welcome back, guys, to Phoenix Wright, Justice for All, as we really have him on the ropes now. Our postulated theory is going to come out now, as we place Uni at the scene of the crime, easily, because we have all the evidence in our hands, with Von Karma panicking. How is this going to continue? Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. We shall. Simple. Miss Eeny Meeny was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Where was I hiding? Right, where were you hiding? Well, simple. You were behind here.
Take that!
Here, of course. Behind the folding screen! Ah! Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. Ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See, you stupid jerk! Quit being so quick to pin on me, slimeball! Now, Miss Meeny, one so long as you shouldn't be saying. Shut it, Gramps, as you know exactly how old I am. I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. Definitely that. Take that!
Take that!
Miss Meeny. How you were able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. Nah! That tiny little box, no person can fit in that! Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lotta disproved you when she was hiding from me in it.
Objection!
That clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right! I was sleeping there, so I should know! That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time! The act is blown. Mr. Wright, do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Yes, I can with some evidence, and the evidence is the box itself. And I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. The clothing box itself, of course.
Take that!
Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid. There's any sort of evidence in that old thing. This... What on earth? I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole. About 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? Why do I play Phoenix so smug and smarmy at this point? Phone screen. And a hole at the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happens. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Meeny, you were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Ah! Order! So what are you saying? Then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eeny Meeny? That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eeny Meeny, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Mayor Fay. To masquerade as Mayor Fay? She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No! Stop! I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do it all that by herself. Correct. It's not possible. Thank you for saying that. It really is impossible. For one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ow! Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait, Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? Well, you can't be serious. Miss Meanie, you had an accomplice. Who was it? None other than Morgan Fay. This person! If it wasn't someone from Crane Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fay household, you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan Fay? Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Meanie? You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? Complete break time? No! And she transforms. I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then, the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Mayor Fay with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take May's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. He's still alive. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. Wow, Maya really got lucky. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... point blank to the head, probably. After that, you and the other lady fought to break into the room. And that explains 2 gunshots that we never had to bring up in testimony. Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the shot, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Meanie, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. And pretended to be Mayor Fay. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fay chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. Who is that? Laughing at a time like this? Ah! Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still by chance evolving? What is it this time? Miss Von Karma. Surely... Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? Oh, what in the world? Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is? If this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all of this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Revenge? Well, that's, Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eenie Meenie want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive? Well, that's so obvious! Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. A motive? That's... I can't say she has no motive here. What's obvious? I have to think of a motive now. What is the reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is... What? Why are we even... I'm not speechless. Why is the game even pretending like the motive isn't obvious?
Take that!
Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright. Just great. Now even she is calling me by my full name. You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes. Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? See now, stupid Gramps. I'm like, going to explain, so like, please listen, okay? Oh, back to that personality, eh? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, like, wanted revenge, then, like, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, like, the guy that followed the spirit thing was, like, Dr. Gray. Well, you were really injured. It was, like, a total coincidence. He asked me about it, you know? She's back to her airhead persona. However, you see... Ouch! Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. How? How did I fail? The end. You stop saying that. I didn't fail at all. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're dumb as... What Miss Meanie has stated is very not true. The revenge plan is overly complicated and she has no motive in the first place. It's such a strong motive. That would be a definitive motive. I mean, let's put it this way. If someone murdered my wife, and then someone died and I was nearby, that guy died and I was nearby, or like relatively around the area, I would probably be questioned because there is an obvious motive, let alone being in the crash and getting severely injured yourself. I mean, it's motive. It's clear motive. It doesn't mean you necessarily did it, but it's clear motive. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. What happened? I thought I had it for sure. I still do, don't I, really? See, like, it's just as I, like, told you. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie. Yeah. Very well. I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Eenie Meenie. Why? Exactly. You better hold it. Of course it's you. Your Honor, please allow the defense 1 more minute. All right. You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Mia. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Yes, it's really, really obvious. Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There is a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And there's also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. I mean... It's stupid now. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Meanie had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason? Can I really do this? Yes! I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Meanie had a motive. Too bad? Like you're too late? My cross-examination has already ended after all. Eek! Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side! Nay! Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Technically, this foible of yours is actually really handy in a prosecutor, I've got to say. Unlike Von Karma, who just wanted to screw us. This is a good little foible to have. We can turn you to the side of light, young one. And I don't care if you are my witness, so help me. I will throw you out of my way. No way. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. Hey, wait a sec, hey! Thank you, Von Karma. I never thought I'd say that. Well, I probably did in the last one. So we move to June 22nd at 12:04. It's past 11. Maybe she's hungry, she can get some food at least. Is it really true? About my aunt? I'm afraid so, Mayor. There is no way Enid could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your Aunt Morgan. That's terrible. Why would my aunt... Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh, wow, it's you? Ah, Miss Von Karma! Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation? Looking down on me, even though we're the same age. Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat. But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is. Fine by me. Throw it at me. You'll find you'll lose. You'll lose badly. Court will now reconvene, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Can you prove Miss Inimini had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Inimini and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection, and that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Meany, please testify to this court about your car accident last year. Huh? I thought, you wanted to, ask about my, motive? I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past. Miss Meany, if you please. Okay. I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... Here we go. About last year's accident. That was, last year in May. Something really bad had happened at, my sister's clinic around then. And, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. I was, totally pooped too, so I, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, woke up because of a jolt, and, it was a sea of flames around me. A jolt. I, opened the door and, got away. I think I've heard of this incident. It was all the talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray. Drugging your sister? Ah! Those were merely rumors. Totally baseless gossip. Yes. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Basically, that was the judge going, oh look, there's a motive, and Von Karma shutting him down. Right now, it's impossible to prove. Dr. Gray did, in fact, drug Miss Meany's sister. Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. Work it indeed. That was last year in May?
Hold it!
Tell me everything you know. Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen to your sister's hospital then? Yeah, that was in May too. The thing with all the patients dying was May 2nd. And our accident was on the 24th. 2 accidents back to back. Do you assume it's just a coincidence? My sis was totally tired, so that's why, duh. Okay. Something really bad had happened at my sister's clinic around then, but we've kind of already learned about that. That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct? Yeah? What was the cause of the mistake? I heard it was because the medicines, got mixed up. Was that the fault of your sister, Mimi Minnie? No way! Dr. Gray, wanted to blame it on my sis?
Objection!
That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Again, motive stopping. Besides, the police report has already documented it was entirely Mimi Minnie's fault. Which means as far as the real facts are concerned, Mimi Minnie is the only one who made the mistake. But like, it really wasn't my sis? And like, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving? Well, that said, so ends another episode of Justice for All, but you can pretty much bet that probably within the next one, you never know, you might get this under wraps, because we're gonna prove something quite shocking. Again, what I said earlier, I'm 100% sure the plot of Face Off is somewhat happening in a weird way. Not exactly the exact plot, but if you watch the movie, you'll know exactly what I'm saying. So tune in next time for Justice for All, as we hope to make the grand twist happen, I imagine. Bye-bye.